Let's dig a little deeper into nervous system dysregulation. When our body's natural response gets triggered, sometimes for longer than we'd like. Understanding the situations that lead to dysregulation can help us learn how to manage it. So let's just take a closer look at some real-life examples, and I'll guide you through how they impact our bodies and our minds. Number one is workplace stress. So imagine that you're facing a tight deadline and your team is behind schedule. And then your manager is constantly checking in more aggressively each time. So the pressure starts to build and your heart rate starts to rise and you feel overwhelmed and a bit panicked. This is your sympathetic nervous system kicking in, preparing you for fight or flight. So it's also your body's natural response to stress. And then signs you might notice in this scenario are racing thoughts, maybe shallow breathing, and difficulty focusing. So number two situation would be family conflict. Now, picture a family gathering, and then an unresolved issue from the past comes up, and a relative says something really hurtful. Now your nervous system instantly reacts. Your heart races, and anger or frustration bubbles up. You may feel a sudden urge to react or to withdraw. When the past emotional baggage intensifies your response. So signs here would include a clenched jaw, feeling disconnected, or an overwhelming urge to leave the situation. Number three would be a trauma trigger. Let's say you're in a crowded subway and someone raises their voice. And for a moment, it feels like a threat, reminding you maybe of a past trauma that you had. So even though the situation is safe, your nervous system goes into a freeze response this time, disconnecting you from the present moment. So you may feel detached, you may have trouble responding to others, or struggle to stay engaged with what's happening. And so that's your freeze response. Number four would be sensory overload. Okay, so imagine you're at a shopping mall and during the holiday rush, the lights are blinding, the music is too loud, and the crowd feels chaotic. Your brain starts to struggle to even process all the sensory input. So you might feel irritable or anxious. Your capacity to self-regulate begins to diminish. So common signs in that case are a headache or rapid breathing, a strong desire to escape to a quieter place. Another situation, 5, would be social rejection. So here's another common situation. You're out with friends and you notice they're whispering without including you. So you start to feel excluded and self-conscious. This triggers your nervous system into a state of interpreting the situation as a threat to your sense of belonging. You might notice tightness in your chest, a lump in your throat, and perhaps thoughts of not being good enough. Next situation would be chronic pain flare-up. Living with chronic pain can also trigger nervous system dysregulation. Let's say you have a chronic back condition and it flares up in the middle of a very busy day. So the constant pain keeps your nervous system in a heightened state, making it really difficult to relax or focus. So you may experience some increased tension, irritability, a hard time staying present with conversations or even focusing or being able to do tasks. The next situation would be reliving past failures. So now let's say you're preparing for a job interview, but memories of a past interview where you stumbled upon a question start to resurface. So your nervous system now is going to kick into high gear and it's going to anticipate failure, and you may feel overwhelmed with self-doubt at this point. So signs of this might include sweaty palms, a racing heart, and maybe an internal voice that's overly critical. The next situation would be prolonged isolation. What about prolonged isolation? Well, you've been working remotely for months and you've had little social interaction, and the lack of connection with others can leave you feeling just emotionally drained, disconnected, a little bit lonely. So common signs of this would be fatigue, emotional numbness, or turning to distractions like binge watching TV to escape those bad feelings. Number 9 would be witnessing injustice. So witnessing injustice can trigger your nervous system, especially when you deeply empathize with a tragic event. So even though you're not directly involved, your body reacts as if it's happening to you. So you may feel overwhelmed, you may get angry, you may feel powerless, as you process the situation. So as you can see, all kinds of stressor from work, family, trauma, or even watching the news can lead to nervous system dysregulation. So it's important to recognize these signs and understand how they affect your body and your mind. So thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to exploring more with you on the yoga mat.